welcome to a Earth Day yoga flow today. Happy Earth Day. My name is Yara, also known as Yara Yoga. You can go ahead and follow along with me today on our grounding flow today. So if you have a block, grab a block. Maybe you'll need it today. But what we are going to do is really ground ourselves down into the earth. And so I have a nice little quote for you so you can set your intention this morning. Go ahead and just have a seat, and I'll just go ahead and just read this to you. I don't know who this quote is by, but I loved it because it does really go well with our flow this morning. So go ahead and just have a nice tall seat here, and then just go ahead and close the eyes. I'll go ahead and read this quote to you. It says, "The soul of the land can be best felt through the soles of your feet." So we are going to be using a lot of standing bounces here with our feet. So go ahead and just think of that. Go ahead and pull yourself up into a nice seated position, and you can place that intention into your practice right now. So go ahead and start seated, root down to the sit bones, sit up nice and tall. So go ahead and start breathing in through the nose, and then exhale out through the nose. Go ahead and quiet the mind here, taking each breath nice and soft up through the top, and then exhaling, really grounding down as you exhale it all out. Try to clear the mind. A little bit of a smile on the face as you take each breath in, and then exhale it all out. We're going to take about 4 more breaths here, just to really quiet the mind, feel ourselves rooting down into the earth. Just slowly starting to build that breath in. As you begin your practice this morning, and then we're going to go ahead and unify us as one together, bringing in the sound of the universe. So go ahead and take another inhale. Take your hands to your heart. Sitting up a little taller, we're going to take one Om together. So let's take another inhale and exhale, and then we'll begin by just exhaling it all out, and then coming to our flow. So go ahead and inhale again. Exhale it all out. Pulling the breath in to prepare for Om. Good. Go ahead and release the hands, and go ahead and open your eyes from here, and let's go ahead and start with our flow. So we're going to go ahead and make our way into just some side bends as we stay grounded on the sit bones right now. So I'm going to sit up tall, and you can start on any side right now, but I'm just going to start with my right palm to the floor and just kind of crawl out my fingertips. As I inhale, taking the left arm overhead, just a little bend here, so your right elbow comes into that bend, and that way you can feel the left arm stretching overhead, keep the left hip down. Feel that right palm rooting down next to you, so feel that right palm really grounding down as well. And let's take it to the other side. So go ahead and inhale, go ahead and plant your left palm to the mat, crawl out the fingertips a little bit, root it down, and then inhale, stretch your right arm up. And you can take your gaze down or up, depending on how your neck feels this morning. And then inhale, come right back up. We're going to take ourselves to a tabletop from here now. So go ahead and just pull yourselves onto all fours. You can come there however you can, just making your way there safely. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that we're nice and rooting down on the knees and palms. Let's take some cat-cows. So on your next inhale, pull the belly down, and then look towards the ceiling. As you exhale, arch the spine. Feel the rounding here as you're tucking your chin. And then just go ahead and repeat. So you're going to take this 3 more times on your own, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. Exhale.
arch the back, feel your hands pressing down, feel your shoulders rounding here, tucking in that shin, and then slowly come back to a neutral spine. So back to that nice tabletop here. So we're gonna go ahead and take a bird dog from here. We're gonna keep that left palm into the floor and go ahead and stretch your right arm forward. Now stretch your left leg back behind you and just hold. I want you to find your belly pulling into the spine. So make sure you're not collapsing right here, and then flex that left foot. Feel the whole body stretching back behind you and all the way in front of you. One last breath. Excellent. Slowly release. You're going to take both hands back to the mat. We're going to take it to the other side. So go ahead and root down again to both hands and knees, and then inhale. Take your left arm and stretch it forward, as well as your right leg. And then you're going to flex that right foot behind you. Keep the neck long, pull the belly to the spine so you don't collapse here in the low back. Feel the energy pulling through. Nice. Let's take one more breath here. And then exhale, slowly bring your knees and your left palm back to the floor. Let's go ahead and make our way into a high plank. So go ahead and step one leg back, tuck the toes underneath you, and then you're going to hold this high plank. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders. And we're going to take this into Ashtanga Namaskar, also known as your 8-limb pose. And so we're going to start with just dropping the knees first, then take your chest and chin to the floor. Keep those hips up. So you're going to bend at the elbows, keep those hips up. You're going to bring the chest to the floor and the chin to the floor. Hold right here. Now let's take this into a cobra pose. Go ahead and just gently pull the tailbone underneath you, drop the hips, and then press into the hands so that hips can stay nice and centered here, and then the shoulders roll back, open the heart. Keep pressing those palms into the floor. Excellent. Taking ourselves to tabletop first, and then we're going to make our way to downward facing dog. So tuck your toes. Now coming to our first downward facing dog. Hands are nice and rooted down into the floor, and your heels are coming down behind you. If you need to bend your knees here, go ahead and bend those knees. But you want to feel yourself pressing yourself away from the ground and feeling those hips lift to the sky. Go ahead and take your chin towards the chest and hold. One more breath. You can also pedal out your knees if you need to, just to feel the stretching of the legs. Now inhale to your 3-legged dog. Your right leg is going to lift up to the sky, and then exhale, pull your right leg down underneath you to take a low lunge. So in this low lunge, go ahead and soften the back knee. So you want your left knee to be the floor right in front of you, and we're just going to hold here. So keep your fingertips to the mat, and I want you to push your hips down. Maybe pull the heart through. So we're not going to go up into a high lunge. We're just going to stay here in this low lunge. Feel yourself grounding down to the earth. And because we're going to be doing a lot of standing bounces today, grounding and rooting into our feet, we are going to stretch our feet here in just a moment. So take one more breath. And let's go ahead and take a half split from here. So shift your weight back. And once you're here, maybe walk the hands a little deeper behind you so you can open up here in that right hamstring. But then I want you to flex your right foot. So flex it and then point it. Flex and point. So you're just going to feel your ankle joint now, just kind of getting a little bit more mobile. And you will feel your hamstrings really lengthen out. So breathe through this one more time. Awesome job. Now slowly pull back to that low lunge. We're going to step back to that high plank. So make sure your hands are underneath the shoulders, press down, lift the left knee off the mat, step back, high plank. Good. Let's take that Ashtanga Namaskar once again. We're going to take the knees back to the floor, and then take the chest and the chin to the mat again. So keep those hips lifted as you bring the heart down and the chin down. Good. Now let's come back to that cobra pose. Inhale. Just drop your belly, pull the hips down, open up the heart in a cobra pose. So we are nice and rooted down. The legs are pressing down. Heart is open to the sky. Open the chin to the ceiling. And let's come back to that tabletop position first, so then we can tuck the toes and then press back to downward facing dog. So gaze the toes. Again, you can pedal out the legs, or if you want to bend the knees a little bit. If there's ever any tension here in the low back, you want to bend those knees. Okay, taking our 3-legged dog from here. So inhale, take that left leg high again. So swing the left knee underneath you, plant the foot between the hands, center yourself out, and then soften the right knee to the floor. So we're just going to relax that right foot again, and you're going to hold here. I want you to sink those hips down, keep your fingertips nice and rooted into the floor, and just open your heart forward. So take a couple of breaths. And then let's take that half split again. So you're going to keep your palms down, and you're going to slowly shift your weight back. Walk your hands a little bit more if you need to, and you can feel that nice hamstring stretch right now behind your left leg. And then let's go and flex that foot a little bit, and then point the toe again. So because, once again, because we're going to be doing a lot of one-legged standing balances today, you want to kind of get this foot action happening. You want to get the ankle getting nice and warmed up, as well as just putting some blood flow through here. All right, let's go ahead and come back in. So take a bend in that left knee, both hands come back underneath you, and we're going to step back to that plank position. So press into the floor with both palms, step back, high plank. Let's go ahead and take our first chaturanga push-ups. You can do this on the knees if you need to, but you're going to take the elbows into a bend, come through your chaturanga push-up, flip the feet over, upward facing dog, this time open the heart. And then exhale it back, downward facing dog. So one last time here, we're going to stretch out our legs and our feet and ankles. So stay in this downward facing dog. We're going to take the right leg to the sky. So inhale, pull the right leg up, and then I want you to go ahead and bend the knee, and we're just going to roll that ankle around a few times in each direction here. So just feel that blood flow coming through the whole leg. And then slowly pull the right leg back to the mat. Let's take it to the other side. So go ahead and pull your left leg high. Inhale, bend the knee, exhale, and then once again, roll the ankle around a few times. Take it in each direction, about 4 to 5 times. All right, go ahead and place that left leg back to the mat. Inhale up to the hands. You can either step up, jump up, or walk up to the top. So go ahead and send yourselves all the way back up to the top of your mat. Inhale, go ahead and come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, and then exhale, come to a forward fold. As you inhale, you're going to come into Uttanasana. So bend those knees, feel the arms coming all the way up from here. Uttanasana, you want to feel yourself rooting down with both feet right now before we take ourselves into our flow. So root down, stretch the arms up. Good. Exhaling, coming back to a standing position. We're going to take Tadasana, mountain pose. So this posture, we're going to start out here, so you can really mindfully think of really grounding down, feeling as grounded as a mountain, literally. So hold yourself here in Tadasana. I just want you to find your palms facing forward, and then slowly roll the shoulders back, feel the spine lifting, and then visualize your feet really rooting down into the floor. Taking one more breath here in Tadasana. We're going to go ahead and make your way into tree pose. So stay on your right leg right now. Go ahead and pull that left foot up. We're going to take it to the ankle, pulling the knee out. Now, if you don't want to take it that low, you can take it a little higher, move to the calf, but never come right on top of that knee joint. So you're going to go ahead and either pull it up a little higher if you want to challenge yourself today. Take that left foot into the right inner thigh. Both hands come to the heart. Now, go ahead and take this into a nice tree where you're growing and rooting down at the same time. So hold this tree posture. We're going to take 4 more breaths. Maybe take your drishti to the thumbs or to the sky, however you want to feel here, challenging yourself and your balance. Now, as you come out of your tree pose, bring your hands to your hips, and then pull the left knee forward. Still bring down that right leg, left knee comes forward, and then pull the left foot forward. So this is called Utthita Hasta, and we're in D right now. So I want you to go ahead and point that toe, lift even taller, rooting down again in this right leg. Taking Garudasana, eagle leg. So take the left leg in front of your right, take a bend in both knees. Now you can keep the hands to the hips, or you can take this into full Garudasana arms. So arms to a T. Drop the left arm, put your right arm up, and then wrap it back into a prayer-like position. So you're holding here. You're going to bend those knees nice and deep. Again, you're still feeling the rooting of that right foot into the mat as you take each inhale and exhale right now. One more breath. Find your balance. Just like that tree, we're going to come up and we're going to come to a standing split. So go ahead and inhale, unravel from here. Take both hands to the mat and extend your left leg into that standing split. Now let's go ahead and shake it out a little bit. Go ahead and bend the knees a few times so you can feel that blood flow coming back into the body. So go ahead and stretch that left leg back up into that standing split. Maybe drop the neck here so you can feel a nice pull in the back of the right leg. And let's make our way into a low lunge. So you're going to bend your right knee as you exhale, step your left leg all the way back behind you into a low lunge. Make sure your right knee is right above that heel. So if you need to adjust, go ahead and adjust from here. So making sure that you feel nice and grounded in both feet. We're going to keep the left palm to the floor to take a twist. So stretch your right arm up and then just twist at the spine here, gaze to the thumb. As you do this, you want to feel a nice spinal rotation as you're rooting down into the floor. Good. We're going to transition this into a high lunge. So go ahead and swing your right arm down and then start to pull the left arm up off the floor to find yourself up off of the floor in a high lunge. So you'll notice here, you really have to feel a nice even weight in both feet. Your core is holding you up, arms are lengthening above you next to your ears. And let's take warrior one. So warrior one, just drop the left heel, try to stay squared off to the front, so you might have to adjust here a little bit, and hold Virabhadrasana A. The gaze can stay forward or up to the thumbs. Good, let's take this into humble warrior. Swing your arms back behind you. Inhale, reach for the hands, drop the shoulders. Now exhale, bring yourself all the way forward so you can come down into a nice full, let the crown of the head come down towards the mat. Try not to hyperextend any joints here. Good, last breath. You're going to come out of it. Inhale, warrior two. Swing your left arm up and back and then pull your right arm forward. So once you're here, really stretch yourself nice and open. Again, you might feel this in your right leg. Try to put weight in the left leg as well. That way you feel nice and even, shoulders are right above your hips. Taking triangle pose. Straighten out that right leg, hinge forward all the way towards the front of your mat, and then drop it down. Use a block if needed, left arm goes up. So take the gaze to the left thumb. Once you're here, try to stack those shoulders, feel the hips pressing forward slightly, but try not to lean back. So stay nice and engaged here. So our transition from here, we're going to make our way to Prasarita Padottanasana A. So that's your wide-legged stance. So bring your left palm down first. Now walk your right foot inward so you're on your side here. So now you're just using the whole mat, placing the palms underneath your shoulders. Inhale to come up halfway, and then exhale, you're going to fold. The crown of the head comes down to the floor. Make sure you feel nice and rooted here. So you need to keep your head and feet to the floor. Just really open up in both hamstrings. Take the time to breathe, adjust if you need to. Make sure your feet are slightly pigeon-toed here. And then inhale, let's go ahead and come up halfway. So inhale, come up halfway, and we're going to take Skandasana to the left leg. So Skandasana is a half squat here. So go ahead and start to walk your hands towards that left leg, take a bend to the knee, and then start to sink yourself down, hovering over your mat. So breathe. Now if this posture feels really hard on your knee or hip, you can always use a block or just keep the hands to stay off of the floor so you don't put too deep of a bend in that left knee. Awesome. One last breath. Good. Let's make our way back up. So hands back to the floor, back to Prasarita Padottanasana first. And then we're going to swipe ourselves all the way to the top. So come back to that low lunge position right when it comes to a bend. So once we're here, we're going to take this into Utthita Parsvakonasana. All you have to do is drop the left heel, and then lengthen that left arm all the way above you. So you feel like you're getting this nice extension all the way through that left leg and left arm, but we're not sinking down to that shoulder. So stay nice and engaged in the core. Open up that hip. Now our next posture, we're prepping right here. We're going to make our way into Bird of Paradise. So go ahead and take the bind. Your left palm comes behind you.
you, and then wrap your right arm underneath you. Now, Bird of Paradise may or may not be in your practice. You can start here or just stay in Utthita Parsvakonasana. So once you're here, maybe walk your left leg in. You're going to step into a giant step forward with that left leg in this bind. So we're going to step that left leg up. Now we're going to pull the right foot up off the floor. So now you're rooting down to the left leg, and then either stay here or start to extend the right leg to the sky. Put a nice giant smile on your face. Awesome job. Pull that right knee back into a bend. Come out of it the same way you stepped into it. So now gently pressing that right leg. Left leg goes back. Both hands back to the floor. Square off those hips. Stay here. So our next posture, we're going to step our left leg into Malasana. So I want you to toe heel this right foot to the outside of your right hand. Now take your left leg all the way to the outside of your left palm. Malasana, sink those hips down, both hands to the heart. So Malasana, really grounding down, feeling your sacral chakra here and your root chakra really engaging, and then keep the palms to the heart. Sometimes it feels nice to just even move it around a little bit if you have any tightness happening in those hips. And let's go ahead and make our way into Bakasana. So we're already ready to go. Hands come to the floor in front of you. Bakasana. The knees just go right behind the arms, up and towards those triceps here. Bring your hips up, shift forward. Maybe lift one or both toes off the floor. You're going to hold here. Try to straighten out as much as you can. And let's take our vinyasa right through here. Exhale, step or jump back. Take an inhale to upward facing dog. And then you're going to exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Not too bad, right? We're going to take that same flow to the other side. So let's make our way up to the top. You can either step it up, hop it up, or take it all the way to a walk. So go ahead and just make your way up to the top. Come up halfway, and then exhale, take the fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Bend those knees, arms float on up. And then exhale, come back to Tadasana. Back to mountain pose. Again, you're going to root down into the floor. So again, mindfully start to root down as if you feel the roots of your feet here coming into the floor, into the earth. So palms together, or sorry, not palms together, but palms out in front of you to feel that energy as you pull up a nice tall spine. Go ahead and take yourself into tree posture. So this time we're going to be on our left leg. So stay rooted down on that left foot this time. Right foot comes in. You can stay at the ankle as the hip goes out. Or you can come up a little higher towards the calf. Or start to pull this right foot inward to that left inner thigh. Hands to your heart. Now once you've found your balance, go ahead and take this a little bit deeper into a lift. So you're just going to allow your tree to grow. And it might be wobbly, that's okay. Find that balance here. If you fall, no worries, come out of it and then come right back in. Now challenging your drishti here, in your balance, you're going to go ahead and gaze up towards the sky, but still nice and rooting down into that left foot. Go ahead and bring your hands back to your heart and let's place the palms to the hips. Shift that right knee forward and hold in Utthita Hastha. Now you can hold here with the right knee to bend or start to extend up all the way. Now try not to lean back. You want to think about rooting down into this left leg as the right leg goes a little higher. Maybe point that toe. Let's take eagle legs. Right leg crosses over your left, bend both knees, and then the hands can either stay at your heart or you can take full eagle arms. Now take your right arm down, left arm up. Wrap it back into that prayer-like position, holding right here. Now to deepen, you can pull this a little further down towards the knees. But make sure that you're not forgetting that you're still rooting this left foot. Concentrating on the breath. Now let's unwind and come into that standing split. So gently unwind both arms and legs, and then pull to that standing split. So we're going to release that position here in the leg. So go ahead and just bend the knees a few times. Maybe stretch that right leg out. You can shake out that right foot. Maybe the left foot even. But keep that right leg high. Good. So we're now back to that standing split. Go ahead and drop the head, tucking the chin. Making our way into our low lunge. Bend the left knee, press back with that right foot, and hold right here. I want you guys to feel the opening of the hips and the palms to the floor. Good, we're gonna take that twist again. So keep the right palm down to the mat. Take your twist to the left side this time. I want you to notice how the shoulders stack as you gaze up. So even though we're sending energy to the sky, we're still rooting down into the ground. Beautiful. Let's come into a high lunge from here. Swing your left arm forward and then start to pull the right arm up as you find balance and come to a high lunge. Sink it down. Now if this high lunge feels like it's too intense, you can always come down to the right knee if you need to. But just breathe, challenge yourself, make sure there's no pressure on the knee. It should feel nice and even. We're gonna come into warrior one. So try to stay squared off as best as you can with the hips. Just drop that right heel. Good. Root it down and then sink a little deeper. Gaze to the sky. Guys, you're doing awesome. Hold this here. We're gonna make our way into humble warrior. So swing those arms all the way back, interlace the fingers, soften the shoulders, then take yourself into a fold. So you wanna allow your hips to just hinge as the arms go up, let the crown of the head come down towards the floor. Take a deeper bend in the knee, but still rooting with that right foot behind you. Let's go ahead and make our way into warrior two. You're gonna windmill your right arm up and back, the left arm comes forward and hold. So warrior two, left knee right above the heel. Keep the shoulders right above the hips, arms are extending. Nice long extension here, sending all that energy through the arms. Triangle pose. Straighten out that left leg. Feels so good. Left arm comes all the way forward, and then hinge, bring your left palm down, stretch your right arm up. Take your gaze to your thumb. Now you can always modify your triangle pose by using a block or just walking it in a little bit. Find your alignment. Try to stretch your right arm up and find those shoulders stacked here. One more breath. Good, we're going to take this into Prasarita Uttanasana A. So go ahead and just walk your hands down, pull the left foot inward. So now you are in a fold. So your hands are to the mat, come up halfway if you want to take a nice little length through the spine, and then come back to the mat. Now from here, we're going to try to take a headstand. So in headstand, keep your hands nice and rooted to the floor. Now you don't have to take the heads down, but if you want to, let's go ahead and shift slightly forward so the heels come up off the mat, press into the palms, gently lift those legs, bring them together. Good, so just keeping that nice foundation here underneath you as you lift the legs. Should feel nice. We've worked both legs here. Now let's go ahead and come back out. Bring those feet nice and wide again, bring it back into a hinge at the hips, come up halfway. We're going to take Skandasana to this right side now. So go ahead and just pull the right knee to a bend, and then sink the hips down. You're going to feel the opening of the hips, and then stretch your arms out, or just bring them to the heart. Skandasana, that side squat. Sometimes it's nice to find a little bind here, otherwise just keep your hands to the heart or keep your hands to the floor for modification. Nice, slowly making your way back to the floor. Carefully come back up to a wide-legged stance, but we're going to start to swipe ourselves all the way back to the top. Exhale, low lunge. Hold this low lunge because we're going to make our way into Utthita Konasana. So now that we're here, go ahead and just drop that right heel. Keep the left palm down, and then stretch your right arm all the way out so you're in a nice side angle position. So again, do what you can here in this posture. If the left palm to the floor is too deep, you can always come to the thigh or just use a block. Nice. Now we're going to take that bird of paradise posture. Now you can stay here, or we're going to start to bind. So the right arm comes back behind you, and then the left arm goes underneath you. Once you are here, take a giant step in this bind. The right foot can come all the way to the top. Make sure you ground first and then grow into that bird of paradise. So you might have to start here in this little half position. See how my left knee's going to bend and I can still balance on this right side. And then if you feel like it, maybe allow that left leg to come up a little higher. Okay, coming out of this, bend that left knee. Slowly press that left leg back down, step your right leg back, all together, we release, and we're going to take this into Malasana once again. So I want your left foot to toe heel to the outside here, and then step your Should feel nice, releasing both of those hips and legs here. Take a few breaths to kind of bring it back down, ground your toes back. We're gonna go ahead and take this into Bakasana, your arm balance, one more time. So from here, hands back to the mat, go ahead and shift your weight forward. You can take this right into Bakasana and then into Navasana for after about 3 to 4 breaths. So just shift forward, lift those toes up off the mat. Really root those hands into the earth. Now you're gonna step back, jump back, or hop it back into your chaturanga push-up. Good, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, all together, downward facing dog. Nice job, you guys. We're gonna come to a seated position now. So go ahead and come, not seated. We're gonna go right back into Malasana. So go ahead and step or jump into a wide position and have a seat. Now from here, go ahead and just hold. I want you guys to bring the thumbs towards the third eye. So if that does not feel good, you can stay right here. But you are just gonna try to feel the hips sinking down and feet rooting into the floor. Taking one more breath. Nice, slowly take your hands back to the mat, and we're just gonna draw both hands behind us to take a seat. So go ahead and have a seat, and then send those legs all the way in front of you. Taking Dandasana. So Dandasana, press your palms into the mat, let the shoulders soften away from the ears, and then bring those toes to the sky. So you want to flex the feet, press into the legs, press into those heels, and then tuck in the chin. So you should feel the whole ground underneath you as you breathe and just feel that vibration. Let's go ahead and take it forward, fold, inhale, arms come forward, now hinge, 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 taking Paschimottanasana. So wherever this fold takes you, maybe it's beyond the feet, maybe it's just at the shins or ankles, lengthen it out and then soften your fold. So really fold. We're gonna take 3 more breaths here, so let the head fall. Allow yourself to find that nice long extension through the hamstrings. Nice, inhale, let's pull back up and then come to a seated position. Now we're gonna take our boat pose. So we always wanna get our core in, right? Every time we do yoga practice, we do wanna get some core in there. So go ahead and start to bring your arms forward, bend the knees. So you can start off in a half bow or a full bow. So go ahead and pull those toes up off the mat. Once you're here, go ahead and open the heart and then lengthen the legs. Now you can stay in that half bow and then just hold here. We're gonna take 4 more breaths. Try to quiet the mind here as you feel that sensation here happening at the core. We're also really rooting down into that spinal position. So right at the root of your spine here, we're really rooting that down into the earth. We're gonna take a low bow now. So exhale, tuck your tailbone underneath you and reach for those toes. So keep those shoulders off the mat. Reach for those toesies, you got it. All right, you guys, let's come back up to that boat pose. You can bend the knees or keep them straight and come right back into that boat pose. Hold. We're gonna take the hands together at the heart for a moment. Again, you can bend the knees if you need to or keep them straight. Now we're gonna draw some rainbows here over our earth. So reach all the way to the right side with both hands, extending nice and long. Send that rainbow up and over to the left side. Inhale, to the right side. 2 more times. Inhale. And inhale. Nice job. So we tuck the knees, pull the feet up towards your body, and let's take this through vinyasa. So come all the way forward, hands in mat, step or jump back. Take your chaturanga push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale it back, downward facing dog. All right, let's go ahead and have another seat from here. Step or jump through into seated all the way onto your mat. So have a seat, and let's go ahead and take Janu Sirsasana A. So make sure you're on your mat. You're gonna take your right knee in first. Drop your right knee to the side. Keep that right foot into that left inner thigh. Square off those hips. Inhale, stretch the arms forward, and reach for the left leg. So you're taking this into Janu A, which is just a nice forward fold. Once again, you can drop your head. Keeping that breath nice and even. into pigeon. So I just want you to carefully shift your weight onto your right hip and swing your left leg back. And make sure you're still on your mat. And if you need a block here, go ahead and grab a block. We're gonna come into pigeon. So your right knee is in front of you, and your left foot should feel nice and soft. There should be no pain in this right knee. If there is, come out of it, maybe try a block or a towel here. But we're gonna take this into our sleeping pigeon. So take a nice inhale, open it up. Exhale, walk it forward. Taking the forearms to the mat, or take it all the way down to the floor. So your head's gonna come down. And I want you guys to take a few more breaths here, no matter where you're at in your pigeon. Just think of that intention we said in earlier today. So about feeling the earth and grounding yourself and connecting to earth elements here. So just come down to the earth, let your forehead stay to the mat, and just feel that connection to the earth. Take one more breath. Now, as you inhale, walk your hands all the way in. Try to open your heart here a little bit. And we're going to transition this onto our belly, So go ahead and tuck your left toes underneath you. And I want you to press into the earth. Shift your hips up, and then step back to a plank, and then slowly just roll yourselves down onto your bellies. All right, so we're going to really feel our pelvis pressing into the mat here. And we're just going to plant the palms next to the shoulders. So root down into the feet. We're going to lift off. So you're hovering with your palms over the mat. Make sure your neck is aligned with the spine, and just lift. So notice here you are now grounding down in a prone position. So you want to ground down, feel the earth underneath you with the legs. Slowly come down, plant your palms. We're going to go ahead and drop the head. Bring your hands behind you, interlacing the fingers. So we're going to take this into Salambhasana. So you're going to slowly shift your shoulders back. Inhale, pull the chin up off the floor, the chest comes off, and I want you to hold here. Again, we're rooting down to the earth as we press our pelvic floor into the mat and our legs and toes into the floor as well. Try to lift those arms just a little higher. And let's go ahead and release. Go ahead and bring your palms back to the floor. And I want you to take Balasana, that is child's pose. So go ahead and press yourself open. And then exhale, shift back. You're going to take Balasana. It's just a child's pose here to release your back. So spinal stretch here. And then from here, go ahead and make your way all the way back. We're going to take this into downward facing dog. So go ahead and back to downward dog. And from here, let's have another seat. So you're going to slowly look to the hands, step or jump it all the way through into seated. And we're just going to repeat that same flow. So go ahead and take your left knee now to a bend, Janu Sirsasana A. So the left hip opens up, your right leg's nice and long. Go ahead and inhale the arms forward, and hinge, hinge, hinge. Think of belly to thighs as you reach for your right foot. Taking it nice and soft. So what I like to do here is just visualize my breath. And since this intention today is to really ground down, and just the theme here being Earth Day, maybe think of the colors that you would see here: green, brown, anything that's earthly here. So anything, just try to think of those colors if that helps you. Or think of your breath. Nice. Inhale, you're going to come right back up. Slowly make your way out of your fold. You're going to take pigeon pose now. So shift your weight onto your left hip this time, and then reach your right leg back. Press your palm on the floor, and then make sure you are nice and situated here in that pigeon position. So now let's go ahead and take a nice inhale and exhale. Again, coming back to the earth. Again, those visualizations, if you need to, always keep in mind that your breath is keeping you there. So stillness happening here, but also letting go, just finding yourself coming to the ground. Think of the forehead hitting the earth here. And let's make your way back up. So go ahead and press your palms back on the floor. Inhale, walk yourself back in. And then again, let's press your palms on the floor and come back to our bellies from here. So press into the hands, tap your right toes underneath you so you can gently lift the hips off the floor. Step back, and then slowly roll down to that
belly position. So we're in a prone position again. We're going to take this all the way into Shavasana right from here. So inhale, reach the hand behind you, and then open up the heart. Maybe lift the legs off the floor this time and feel as if you're flying all the way, just hovering right here. And you're going to exhale, slowly make your way back down. Press your palms into the mat, and let's make your way into a Sphinx pose. So go ahead and press the chest open, drop your forearms to the mat. I just want you to feel your heart pulling through. So you should be feeling your forearms all the way to the palms into the earth right now, and really press your pelvis and your legs into the earth as well. Take a few more breaths here. Nice. Now let's go ahead and pull our palms to the floor, and we're going to come to tabletop from here. Actually, let's take a little child's pose before we do this, just so we can release the back one more time. So take a child's pose, open up the back here, release the head. So for our last postures today, we're going to take this into some headstanding. If you don't want to do headstand, you can always take this into like a supported shoulder stand instead. So go ahead and make your way up to all fours. And we're going to make our way into headstand, so Sirsasana A. Pulling your forearms down, getting that nice foundation with the forearms first, okay? Palms come together, you're going to interlace the fingers. So we're taking the headstand so we can ground ourselves in a different direction. So we're just going to pull the crown of the head to the floor, the palms come behind you. Make sure your shoulders are rooted down. There should be no pressure in your neck. Toes tuck under, lift the knees. Walk your feet in until you can no longer walk them in. Maybe you stay there. Otherwise, you're going to start to float on up as if you're growing like a root here. So growing out of the ground, pulling yourself up to peek out of the earth here. And you can do whatever you want with the legs. You want to take your legs, or if you just want to hold yourself in this position here. So the crown of the head touching the earth right now. Make sure your shoulders and forearms are pressing down to the floor. Good. Now let's come back down to the mat. So just tuck your knees in first and slowly pull back to the floor. So tuck the toes. Bring yourself into one more child's pose. We will come into child's pose though. Into one more Balasana here. Oh yeah, this is child's pose. So I was thinking of happy baby. We're coming into happy baby later. So bring your forehead down. And let's go ahead and have a seat from here. So let's go ahead and pull ourselves up. You can stay in this hero pose for a moment. I just want you guys to kind of lift your heart up, lift the spine. The spine should feel nice and lifted here. We're just going to take a few breaths. This is called Nadi Shodhana. So you can stay on your knees if that feels okay for you. I'm going to turn this direction so you can see. So you can stay here, or you can come into cross-legged Sukhasana. And we're just going to take Nadi Shodhana before we take ourselves onto our back. So go ahead and just pull your right palm towards you. And you're just going to tuck in your middle finger and pointer finger from here, keeping the ring finger and your pinky finger and thumb out. Just going to place that right in front of your face. I want you to take another inhale through the nose from here. So both nostrils, inhale. And then exhale through both nostrils. Now gently press your ring finger onto your left nostril. And you're going to take a deep breath through your right. So inhale. Now hold there, switch, bring your thumb to the right nostril, exhale out the opposite side of your left. Now inhale again through your left. And then exhale through your right. Let's do that one more time. Inhale through your right. And exhale through your left. Slowly release. You should be able to take those a little longer. So if you feel like you want to do this again, you can take those back and forth until you feel really rooted down and clear. But we're just going to go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale through both nose again. And then exhale through your mouth. So let's go ahead and just wind down. We're going to come to the back now. So make your way onto your back. And we're going to take this into happy baby before we take Savasana. Okay? So really
slowly come down to the floor. As you come down onto your back, you're going to take your knees into a bend, taking happy baby. So we can feel the ground underneath us. You can rock yourself side to side, opening up in the hips. Feel your hips really deepening here. Happy baby. It should feel nice and massaged on your spine here. So just massage it out. And then taking Supta Baddha Konasana, both feet are going to come together, and then the knees just drop off to the side. Your feet come back to the floor. Right hand to your heart, left hand to your belly. And just relax here. So close the eyes, allow your breath to come all the way into a nice calm place. And then let's go ahead and take Savasana. So go ahead and release the legs. Go ahead and really feel your body come all the way down to the earth. And you're going to take Savasana from here. Now there's another option. You can take your legs up the wall if you want to for this one. If you really feel the need to bring your legs up. Otherwise, you can stay here in Savasana. We'll just stay here for a little bit. So let your body just come down. Let the breath go. Just feel that calm state of mind. When you're ready, you're going to wiggle your toes and your feet here, your ankles, and just start to stretch yourself awake. You can stay in Savasana for as long as you need to. And stretch, stretch, stretch. Maybe take a spinal twist if you need to, just tucking one knee in and then just twisting, keeping the shoulder down. And then one more twist here to the other side, taking the opposite knee and twisting, just feel that spine really lengthen out. Go ahead and pull both knees into the chest and just go ahead and rock and roll yourselves up into seated. And we're just going to take one Om together again to end our class and our practice today. So thank you for joining me. Bring your palms to the heart. Just like we started, so you can stay in a cross-legged position or even come into Sukrasana, which is just a nice easy pose here. And let's go ahead and just keep the hands to the heart. So that intention that you had in earlier today, and I'll even read that quote again for you so you remember, the soul of the land can be best felt through the soles of your feet. So think about that today. Go ahead and do some earthing, practicing anything that helps you stay feeling grounded. And just take your time to breathe. So we're going to go ahead and take one Om. Go ahead and take another inhale and exhale. Preparing for Om. Inhale. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Thanks, you guys.